Hello, welcome to another edition of the Burke Briefing. Today we have joining us Bishop Sir Walter Mack, pastor of Union Baptist Church. We're excited to have Bishop Mack with us today to talk about the STEAM school at his church, which is School on Sunday. Recently, I had the opportunity to visit Union and see firsthand the STEAM school, School on Sunday in process, and I was thoroughly impressed. So we want to speak with Bishop Mack and ask some questions and find out how this all came about. Hello, Bishop Mack.
Hello, Councilwoman Burke. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
I wanted to ask, what inspired School on Sunday? What inspired this program?
So coming out of COVID, we realized that students were behind in terms of reading, literacy, and just the culture of learning had shifted. And so we thought it was necessary for us, if we were going to help children to get to grade level in terms of their reading status, making certain that children were performing the way they needed to perform, that we needed to do our part. I thought it was in some way hypocritical for us to have worship and church going on while within walking distances of our ministry that we had schools that needed assistance, needed volunteerism, and children who could not read on third grade level. And so that was the impetus of us saying we have to do our part and address this situation of children not being able to read on third grade level.
Well, I'm glad that you did. And as a former educator, I know what the needs are out there. And when I visited the church, I had the opportunity to see firsthand the impact that School on Sunday has with the students. And now, let's hear from the students.
My name is Dylan, and I attend Kimberly Park Elementary School, and I'm 9 years old.
My name is Jorge. I'm 11 years old, and I attend Kimberly Park Elementary. I'm in the 5th grade.
My name is Arjule. I attend Kimberly Park Elementary School. I'm 9 years old, and I'm in the 3rd grade.
¿Cuántos años?
We're learning about all math, science, reading, and we don't come here for no reason, just to have fun and do whatever we want to do. We came here to learn.
I wanted to be a nurse.
What I like the most about Sunday school is inspirational time, because people come to inspire us about our careers. They inspire us about firefighters, doctors, dentists, police officers.
I think science is my favorite subject. We learned about seeds, how to dissect seeds, and tree roots and how they help the trees. I believe that STEAM school will help me on my EOG. I feel like I'm going to do well on my test because I know that I already kind of did half of the things in STEAM school, because STEAM school makes sure we have the confidence to do our tests.
I was just thoroughly impressed. And one more thing that really stood out, they told me, we love the inspiration time. I said, what is inspiration time? And they said that we always have adults come and speak with us and talk about their different careers and their different professions. And I was able to see that while I was there. And I thought, this is just perfect, because when students see, when they see these professionals and they see these individuals in these positions, then they too believe that they can achieve this as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it was creating a village. So one thing that COVID did is isolated us.
Yes.
So we needed to find a way for children to get back in touch with children.
Yes.
And be children in an environment where they felt safe.
Yes.
So we believe that STEAM School on Sunday provides that. It's an environment where children don't have to worry about being bullied or labeled in some way, because we accept every child that comes in that program, and we want them to feel the love and the compassion and the hope that they have, that they can go back and be a successful scholar in their schools. And that's what you saw. So
Yes.
it's a powerful program that we have in place, and we hope that it spreads abroad.
It is powerful. It is definitely powerful, and I do believe that you will see the impact in the classrooms because the curriculum that you all have implemented mirrors the curriculum in the school district. And now, let's hear more about the program.
1, 2, 3, what's the first word?
On the short time that we've been doing school on Sunday, STEAM school on Sunday, we've noticed that children have built up a lot of confidence because we're giving them skills that they can use in their classrooms. We know that a lot of black and brown children, the reason why they don't do well on EOGs, they don't know the vocabulary. They don't know how to make that transition from just reading something and being able to know what's going on.
Ready, set, go. Who's going to be first?
Well, we kind of work on quite a few methods. One of the methods is repetitive. Like we'll play a game of fun, like their vocabulary words. And so it's kind of like, okay, we take the word, we hide it. And so through this different process of play and fun, the kids are learning. Because teaching is about relationship.
If we teach you different prep words that you may see on the EOG, then you're going to be able to make that transition from I don't know to I know, and I can make a good decision on a test. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bridge that gap. We're always talking about the achievement gap, and the only way we're going to close the achievement gap is that we have to work with the things they're doing in school. We have to do extra things in church, in our after-school programs, at home.
Okay, y'all think y'all got it? Yes. Okay.
So we're hoping to touch all these different areas for our children on STEAM school on Sunday, and then translate that to things they're learning in school.
It was very important for us to partner with the Winston-Salem County School System, as well as the city of Winston-Salem. And we certainly appreciate your support to this program. One, because what we discovered is that if we were not on the same channel with the school system, we could be showing them something or teaching them something that was really far different from what they experienced. So we sort of took what the Winston-Salem County School System has, and then we implemented some other parts to it in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math to the program. And we believe that's what's making this effective, and that's what's working for the young people.
Well, I believe that is the recipe for academic success, so that is great. There is a parent component to your program. Can you tell us why you felt it was important to include the parents?
Yes, well, the parents are essential to the success of a scholar's destiny, because that parent is really the first teacher. And so whatever that parent understands about education, about the importance of being engaged with the school system, as well as going to PTA meetings, anger control, anger management, all of those things are part of the success of a child. So we thought it was important for us to get the parents in here. And if we could get to the parent and help them to understand the importance of children just showing up to school, because absenteeism is a major problem with children who are not at grade level. And so we could get them to understand the importance of them going to school and being accountable and helping them with their homework, or at least being concerned about that. Then we felt like we made some impact. And so the parents love the classes. So we teach them budgeting. We talk about anger management. We talk about how to date with the child, and understanding that child understanding the role that the parent has in dating and how they should engage that. Just some very practical workshops that we believe is very impactful for parents, and they love the program as much as the children do. As a matter of fact, some of them, did not want their session to end, but they wanted their session to continue throughout the summer. And so that's what we're dealing with now.
So it's been impactful. What about the kids? Have the kids expressed the impact of having their parents there during the program?
Yes, I'm glad you asked that, because what happens with this is that we found that the children feel more secure with knowing that they're in one part of the building and their parent is in another part. So you have this village feeling, you know, that this child comes into this location and their entire village is there. Their pastor is there, a deacon, a missionary, a volunteer who says, hey, you know, I want to assist this child because I care about this child. And then to know that their parent is right down the hall, I mean, they are there to perform, and they don't want to disappoint any of those in the village. And so it creates this village concept that I think is very impactful for the scholar to perform and to be successful.
So it looks like you all have made sure that there is a total support system in place on Sundays so that the kids know they have everybody in the village that they need supporting them and helping them to be successful.
Absolutely, and just like we were talking and sharing about the community leaders that come in, and as you came in, they look up and they see, you know, this councilwoman coming in that they often see on television and on billboards and flyers, and you're right there inspiring them, and they're still talking about that. So when the police chief came and when the sheriff came through, I mean, all of that's very critical and very important for a child's success. So we believe that it's going to take all of us.
Yes.
And what the ARPA funding did was it allowed churches, nonprofit organizations, and other agencies to get involved to help rescue from this COVID, this pandemic. We're still dealing with the effect of that.
Well, let's hear from the parents now. Let's find out about the parent program.
Data has shown and studies have proven that family engagement is a pillar to student success.
That's the piece that gets the children to talk to you.
So if we get families engaged from very early on, pre-K, all the way to high school, seniors in high school, then we are absolutely making an impact on the lives of our children in terms of their success. So when we talked about STEAM School on Sunday, we discussed why family engagement was important based on data and why it had to be a critical component to what we were offering our families. So when we equip them with the information that they need to be better parents, then they in turn create successful students. And we understand that it goes hand in hand. We understand that scholars are learning what they learn initially from home. Who is the first? That's the first teacher. And they are bringing what they learn from home here. So we make sure that our parents are speaking the same language. And we teach that language in our parent connection sessions at STEAM School on Sunday. And the whole idea is to give them what they need to make a difference in their lives and to be an advocate for their child in this educational process.
As one 5-year-old told me, Lala love fixes everything. Isn't that amazing?
Bishop, you have mentioned ARPA several times, so I just want to let everyone know that in January, the City Council awarded Union's CDC, Community Development CDC, $750,000 through the transformational grant process so that you could use these funds at your church to implement transformational programs for our youth. And the program that we're talking about, the School on Sunday program, is the one that I had the opportunity to see firsthand. Can you tell us about the funds and what this really means, having these funds, what this really means to Union Baptist Church?
Sure. So the American Rescue Plan Act, I think if we look at the name of that, it has a strong word in there called rescue. And so it's just so by chance that the name of the program is SSOS, meaning in some circles it means help.
Yes.
So we thought that this would be a great way for us to help and to rescue our young people from the plight that they were falling in terms of the impact of COVID. COVID, the pandemic also hit churches. We have churches all over this city that's doing great things that oftentimes you don't hear about. But for the first time, we had to go back to a Moses model of leadership where we had a following of people and we had no place to gather. And so with that, about 70% of people fell off from the church and their regular attendance to the church during the pandemic. So it hit all churches economically, financially, and in terms of resources. So when the American Rescue Plan Act was given, this was a good time for us to say, hey, we also need some assistance.
Yes.
And so we applied and we believed in transformation. So this program is not just about STEAM School on Sunday, but it also helps to support the Youth Character Football League, which has a learning component to it and a mentorship component to it. Also helps to address gang violence and juvenile delinquent behavior in our community with the shootings and the rise of deviant activity with our juveniles. This grant is provided by you all so we can partner with you to help with this crisis that we're in with our younger generation. And that's the heart of what we're trying to do. And also the food for the parents. So when the parents come, they get groceries for attending because those children are hungry. We have 38 million people, the young people, that go to sleep every night, you know, and don't have adequate nutrition. And so we believe that this grant will help us to fill that gap just right where we are. While other churches are also doing some great things, the corporation, the Development Corporation, really is doing a great job with leading that particular part of the grant.
Well, I tell you, we are so fortunate to have Union Baptist Church, and like you said, so many other great churches doing work in the community. That work is beneficial for our citizens, especially our kids. And right now, they need us more than ever. This is the time that we all need to step up, and I really appreciate how Union has stepped up and how you are pouring into our young people. It will make a difference. I already see it. It already has.
Yes.
Thank you for all that you are doing at Union Baptist Church.
Bless you. Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Burke Briefing.